Speaker, and I stand to support the Tax Procedures Amendment Bill number 2 of 2024. Madam Speaker, mine are going to be a few highlights here and there. First and foremost, Madam Speaker, to say I want to really commend the Treasury for reaching out to the public to find out what they really want from the payment of taxes. And I want to say that, Madam Speaker, if Kenyans committed in remitting taxes on time, at the end we might not even be able to add more taxes, and we can be able to survive with what we have. Madam Speaker, also when this bill addresses the shortcuts that people look for, and now there's clarity, there are clear guidelines on what to do, by what time, the issue of amnesty, the issue of penalties, the issue of the timelines. This is very important, Madam Speaker, so that the people who are either in business and they would want to seek for amnesty, or they would want even to write to the commissioner in case of many things that the colleagues have said, whether it's a holiday, whether it's somebody who is indisposed, and I'm in support of the Honorable Member who said sometimes somebody can fall sick. And in that case, Madam Speaker, then they are not able to remit their taxes. There should be a provision of that case, Madam Speaker. And I want to say taxes are not liked, and even in the Bible, I remember the tax collectors were not really loved, but it's also in the Bible that we are told you give to the Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. And so once we have clarity on how to pay the taxes, Madam Speaker, we will be able to collect more and not harass people. And at the same time, Madam Speaker, I also pray that whatever is paid or collected from the people, that it goes to the right use. I want to go to Section 5, Madam Speaker, where the Section 5 seeks to amend Section 42 of the Principal Act. And this is where it says a person who is required under this section to withhold tax and without reasonable cause fails to withhold the whole amount of the tax which should have been withheld, or fails to remit the amount of the withheld tax to the commissioner by the 5th working days after the deduction was made, shall be liable to penalty of 10% of the amount not withheld or remitted. So, Madam Speaker, we know there are some tax collectors who actually go and start harassing people and saying, if I give you, give me this, I may be able to give you this back. But when we have that clarity that is a percentage of 10%, then individuals will know, and the number of days are given by the 5th working day after the deduction was made. It is important that, Madam Speaker, that the people who are meant to remit, they remit the same. And there is also the issue about the refund of the overpaid tax, which is in Section Clause 6, which is amending Section 47, by saying for a refund of tax overpaid in case of an income tax within 5 years from the date on which the tax was overpaid, or in case of any other tax within 6 months from the date of which the tax was overpaid. Madam Speaker, the issue of electronic and reducing the human contact, because sometimes when there's a lot of human contact, we have seen not only in taxes, even in collection of the parking fee. Remember, Madam Speaker, the days that you would go park your car in town and somebody hides just to wait for you to look for him, and maybe you're in a hurry, you're going to an office, then they come back and clamp your car so that then you can be able to cough something out. So the issue of removal of human interaction with technology is commendable. And Madam Speaker, all that I hope is that also with technology, there are also loopholes that comes in. We hope then that they will also be able to secure that the tax money that is collected will not disappear. You know, also electronic has also its own challenges, Madam Speaker. The last one I want to comment about, which I really recommend, and this is very important for the taxpayers, is about the transaction for which a PIN is required, and why every Kenyan, especially who is of age, need a PIN. And it is important that people know if you want to register a title or a stamping of instruments, you require a PIN. There's approval of development plans for anybody who wants to build, and payment of water deposit. You can imagine how many Kenyans pay water. It is important for Kenyans to know that the first schedule, it's giving clarity on transaction on which a PIN will be required. There's the issue of registration of a motor vehicle, transfer of motor vehicle and licensing of motor vehicles, registration of business names, registration of companies, and this also now addresses, Madam Speaker, I think 2 days or last week we had the issue of the startups, where we're also encouraging our young people to come up with startups, and we're coming up with how they can be able to be assisted. So it is important for even our young people to know that they require this PIN, so that as you register your business name, you will have a PIN, registration of companies, underwriting of insurances, trading license, importation of goods and custom clearing and forwarding, payment of deposits from power connections, it's very important, or contracts for the supply of goods and services to government ministries and public bodies. And remember, this house also provided for a specific percentage, that is 30%, to be given to our young people and the women in this country. Issues of opening account with financial institution, whether it's a bank or an investment bank, that you require to have a PIN, registration, renewal of membership by professional bodies and licensing agencies. That means if you would want to register as an engineer and as a nurse, any professional body, that you require to have a PIN. Number 13 is interesting because it's registration of mobile cellular pay bill and till numbers by telecommunication operators, carrying out business over the internet or electronic network, and registration of a trust. So, Madam